We came to this gas station in rural South Dakota. They cut to the Prime Minister so they could give their Prime Minister statement on the death of the Queen, and I have no fucking clue who that is. The Beans are sending their condolences. This is my review of the showers in the men's locker room at the Sioux Falls Planet Fitness. One of only 2 Planet Fitnesses in South Dakota. I have 2 main points. So first of all, in certain areas, you get these really high-tech, high caliber showers that have like a gradient between hot and cold. So in the Planet Fitness showers here, it seems to be that hot is the only option. So I think for me personally, it'd be good to be able to have some kind of choice between the 2. Secondly, so this is a bit of a complicated one, when I eject piss out of my penis, when I do it, I expect it to come directly out of the tip, right? So in the same way, when I turn on the showers, I expect that water will come directly out of the nozzle. If I were to pee and then the water were to shoot out from behind my balls, I would be very upset. I'd be very confused and upset. So I don't know why it's acceptable for a shower to shoot water from behind the nozzle in a general spray, none of which is in my direction. So that's my review of the Sioux Falls Planet Fitness. I'll likely be here again because, again, it is one of only 2 in the state. Okay, so here's how I know this was an attack directed at me specifically. So I'm a little bit behind on editing the video that was supposed to be, I think by the time you're watching this, it should be up, hopefully. If not, I'm still behind. We came to this gas station in rural South Dakota halfway through our drive to the Black Hills.
Oh. Can't see it.
Yeah, I put the thing up. So I decide to set myself like an hour of time where I'm just going to sit at the back of this gas station by the casino at the back because we're in South Dakota. I sit down, there's a TV running with the news on and a very intimidating message telling you not to turn it off. And me, with my ADHD brain, already trying to block out all of the things around me so that I can focus on editing, the news turns on, the Queen died. The Queen is dead. And then it was like an American news reporter who was just listing off basic facts about England. Like,
the national anthem is God.
Yeah, it said just as it was like an American being like, just as one example of how much the British people respected their Queen, the national anthem for a very long time was God Save the Queen. Yeah, so I guess God Save the King. How is there not going to be a revolt if Charles becomes the king? Who wants this? Part of the broadcast where the news person was saying like, oh, this could be a real identity crisis for Britain. I wonder what old identity we might be able to shed from the death of a monarch. The fact is that there's plenty of people in the UK that still have this very personal, parasocial relationship with the royal family. And I'm really curious how much it's actually going to be tested by this. You know, I thought for a long time that the Conservatives being bad over a long enough span of time was enough for the majority of Conservative people to be like, oh wait, maybe this is just bad. They cut to the Prime Minister so they could give their Prime Minister statement on the death of the Queen, and I have no fucking clue who that is. I'm sorry.
I think it's really great is like you do the whole like colonization thing, and then you kind of rebrand yourself. It's just this nice little granny, nice little lady.
That was the thing too, was the amount of times in that news broadcast they was just like making the point of, and that's why it's great that she was the Queen, because, you know, colonization, that was a long time ago. And she really just cleaned it all up, and basically it's the good royal family now. So I genuinely don't know like where the British people are going to go on it. You know, I would like to imagine that maybe this could be the time when the British people could sort of say, you know what, maybe just like we just don't need this anymore. Maybe the whole, you know, divine bloodline type situation, maybe not so much a thing anymore for Britain. Got Charles's charisma to look forward to, so I feel like having Charles as the king will definitely help expose the inherent absurdity of this entire situation when it's just this guy who's just brutally unlikable in the role of royal lord. Yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. Whoopsie! Whoopsie! Now, obviously, on a certain level, it is sad. You know, a person died, and some people are sad about it. But, like, the beans are sending their condolences. When I die, are the beans gonna say they're sad for me? The beans are in mourning. And you know what? I would say Queen Elizabeth is probably top 10 monarchs in all of Great Britain. But, you know, monarchs, still not quite my feelings, are mixed, probably. I do love that specific part of it, that it's like, people are saying, oh, you should be especially, you know, oh, she's the longest reigning monarch. And it's like, okay, I guess so we're celebrating that, I guess. Longest reigning. That's good. I love a good reign. I love it when people do a reign for a long time. If you're sad about it, I understand. Especially if you knew the Queen personally. But, you know, for me, there's only one person that should be treated with this level of worship and respect. And that's the little guy called the baby Jesus. Have you ever heard of him? Like the video, subscribe to the video, like the video, subscribe, become a patron, become a YouTube member, pay money to get videos, pay money to get